Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it is Real Talk Tuesday. We're still focusing on the term all in. We talked about wrestling yesterday, and the concept of being all in is that you're giving your absolute best for an individual goal, and that is to be a state champion. But we're talking about from a team concept now. We're not talking about an individual sport, but we're talking about baseball, football, basketball, soccer, whatever that looks like, and the concept of all in. You have to understand it's not just one person that wins that state championship, okay? You have got to have a team with the same goal, working collectively to achieve that goal. But have you ever watched, what do you call it, the rowing teams, and how it's so important that they get in the same sequence, they get into a rhythm. Because if they get out of rhythm and that one person's off on that rhythm, they might be paddling in circles. So everyone's got to be going the same way. And here's the deal, though. And we tell this to young people to say, man, you got to be all in, meaning you're giving your best to the team. But a lot of times you're thinking what you're doing doesn't affect the team. You going out drinking on Thursday night doesn't affect the team. You getting high on the weekend doesn't affect the team. But here's the deal, it does. If you're drinking and you're doing all that mess, you're not all in. You're not giving your best, man. You're cheating from the team. But the truth is, and I had to come to realize this too, my sin affected so many people. My addiction affected so many people. My boys were removed from what they called home. My boys lost their pets. My boys had to relocate. I mean, the list goes on and on. And the big lie we can tell ourselves and believing from Satan is this. Man, you're not hurting anybody by what you're doing. As long as nobody knows, you're not hurting anybody. And what's the harm in that? Hey, let's look at Adam and Eve. Hey, that affected everyone, the entire world, right? And so that's what we're talking about today, is one consequence of sin. Let's go to Romans 6, verse 23. It says, for the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal. Why is that important? Death affects so many people. It just does. Look at someone that driving while intoxicated, okay? If maybe you're abusing alcohol, you're abusing drugs, how many people that affects in your home? It affects the entire family. Again, we're lying to ourselves if we think our sin doesn't affect anybody but us. You know, even objectifying, looking at pornography, engaging in activities like that. That right there is demoralizing to a young lady that's being objectified. Okay, but what's the deal? That's you. Your sin's affecting her. Do you see where I'm going with this? Drinking, drugging, again, intoxication, manslaughter. You were drinking. What you did affected the life of someone. The wages of sin are death. The same way, drinking at home, abusing alcohol, how it causes stress, how it breaks up homes, divorce. And I'm not talking about reasons for divorce, but I am talking about why God hates divorce. And that is because it affects so many people. You know, I want you to understand, whatever your environment, work, team concept, family, are you all in? Are you really all in? Because a lot of times your sinful life is all about you. It's about pleasing to the flesh. It's not about the team. You know, I ask men sometimes, before you have that inappropriate relationship, before you hit that button, before you look at that pornography, is it going to be worth you seeing your kids every other holiday? Is it going to be worth you seeing your kids every other weekend? Because if it is, then go right ahead. Hit that button. Reach out to that young lady. You go right ahead. But you need to understand, what you do now affects a lot more people than just you. Trust me, I speak entirely from my own personal experience, and I'm not proud of it. I'm trying to keep you from making the same mistake Rick did, believing the same lie that Rick did, that what I was doing was all about me, and it affected no one. Tell that to my boys that I see every other weekend, and I don't get them every holiday. It's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. It's been Real Talk Tuesday. Have a great day.